Hello, first grade, and happy Wednesday. We have this week been reading Junie B. Jones and the Yucky Blucky Fruitcake by Barbara Park. We've already read chapters 1, 2, and 3, so today we are going to be reading chapter 4 and then maybe chapter 5 if we have time. So let's go ahead and jump on in. So chapter 4 is called Very Practicing. After school, I run all the way home from my bus stop. That's because Grandma Miller babysits me in the afternoon, and I wanted to tell her all about carnival night. Hey, Grandma Miller, it's me. It's Junie B. Jones, your grand girl. I've got some important news for you. There's going to be a carnival at my school, and I can win 100 prizes at that thing. Grandma Miller hurried out of Baby Ollie's room. She looked grumpy at me. Shh, Junie B, not so loud. I just put the baby down for his nap. My shoulders got very slumping. Yeah, only I'm excited down here, Helen, I said. Then Grandma smiled a little bit, and she hugged me hello, and she said not to call her Helen. Yeah, only I didn't even tell you the bestest part yet, I said, because Mrs. read me the kinds of games they're going to play, and so now I can practice them at home, and I will be the bestest game winner of anyone. I hurried to the laundry room to get clothespins. They're going to have a game where you drop clothespins in a bottle, I hollered to Grandma, except for I can't find a bottle in this whole big laundry room. So I'm just going to drop these clothespins in a bucket, because that will give me the feel of it, I think. I got the bucket away from the mop, then I dropped all of my clothespins right in that thing. Hey, Grandma, I did it. I dropped every single clothespin in this big bucket, and I didn't even miss one of them. I am a breeze at this game. I ran back to her. Now I need some pennies to practice the penny toss, I said. And so Grandma Miller gave me all her pennies, and I ran back and threw those guys in the bucket, too. And here's another fun thing. When Mother came home from work, she showed me how to putt with a real actual golf club. Only no golf balls in the house, so I just putted a grapefruit and also a dinner roll. And guess what? That night at dinner, I didn't even growl about sitting on the telephone book, because everything was going my way. That's why. After we ate, Mother and Daddy cleaned up the dishes together. They weren't even paying attention to me. That's how come I sneaked in the bathroom to practice another game. Its name is throwing sponges at Principal. First, I got the sponge from under the sink. Then I made it soaky wet with water. Ready, aim, fire, I said. Then I throwed the sponge with all of my might. It splashed right in the middle of the toilet pot. Bullseye! I made a bullseye, I hollered real excited. Only just then I heard a knock at the door. Junie B, what are you doing in there? Open the door! Oh no, it was Mother. I was in big trouble, I think. My heart got very pumping, on account of I'm not actually allowed to play in the toilet. So I quick flushed the sponge down the pot. Only too bad for me, because that dumb thing got sucked in the hole, and the water kept on getting higher and higher and higher, and then it runned right over the top. Mother banged on the door harder. I said, open the door. I did a gulp. Yeah, only it's a little bit splashy in here right now, I explained kind of quiet. Mother unlocked the door with the key. I smiled very pleasant. Hello, how are you today? I said. Mother hollered the name of Robert! Robert is my daddy, except for sometimes he is Bob. He came running in there. Well, good night, folks, I said. Then I tried to sneak out of there, but Mother held onto my shirt, and so even when I kept on walking, I kept on staying. She made me help her and Daddy dry up the water with towels. After that, I had to take a bath, only I don't know why, because I was already wet from the toilet. After my bath, Mother tucked me into bed. Me and her had a little talk. Look, Junie B, Daddy and I know you're excited about the carnival, she said, and we also know that you're having fun practicing the games, but you're worrying too much about winning. Nobody can win all the time. Right, she said. Right, I said. And besides, the fun of a school carnival isn't whether you win or lose, she said. The fun of a school carnival is just playing the games in the first place. Right, she said. Right, I said. So we'll go to the carnival night on Friday and we'll have a great time. And we won't worry if we don't win any prizes at all. Right, she said. Right, I said. Mother kissed me goodnight. See you in the morning, she said. Right, I said. After she closed my door, I waited for her feet to walk away. Then I quick took out my flashlight from under my pillow. It shined all around my room. First I shined it on my dresser, then I shined it on my toy box, then I shined it on the brand new bookshelf Daddy made me. I smiled and smiled. That's where I'm going to put it. That's where I'm going to put them, I whispered to myself. That's where I'm going to put my 100 prizes. All right, and that is the end of chapter 4. Looks like we have 5, 6, 7, 8 chapters. So I'm going to read one more today, if that's okay with you. So chapter 5 is called Stupid Dumb Carnival Games. And a lot of times in chapter books, authors will put something like this for every chapter, just to kind of give you a little idea of what the chapter might be about. So just kind of like how we talked about with picture books, how authors sometimes put something on the back of the book to tell you what the book's about. Sometimes they'll put a little sneak preview of what the chapter's about in chapter books. So chapter 5, Stupid Dumb Carnival Games. Carnival night was Friday after dinner. Daddy drove me and Mother there in the car, only not baby Ollie, because he is a fuss budget, that's why. I unbuckled my seatbelt and looked out the window. Hey, I said, look at all the lights on the playground. It looks like a real alive carnival out there. I looked harder, and guess what else? There are clowns at this place. Only don't let them get near me, okay? Because clowns are not normal, I think. Hey, there's my bestest friend named Lucille, I said. I hurried out of the car. Lucille, hey, Lucille, look, it's me, it's Junie B. Jones, I'm at carnival night. Me and Lucille runned at each other. She had red hearts painted on her face. Look at me, Junie B, look how beautiful I am, she said. I just got my face painted by Mrs. Hall, the art teacher. She puckered her lips at me. And see my lips, my Nana put red lipstick on them so they would match my hearts. Lucille's lips were shiny and slickish. I tried to touch the bottom one, but Lucille said, don't smudge me. Just then, Mother and Daddy caught up with me. Daddy had bought tickets for all the carnival games. Ready to get started? He said. Yes, I said, because I've been waiting for this exciting evening my whole entire career. I run till I found my most favorite game. It was called Putting the Golf Ball. There was a long green carpet there. The carpet had a little hole with a flagpole in it. And also there was a man holding golf clubs. I ran up to him. Guess what? I'm going to win a prize at this thing, I said, because I've been practicing my putting very hard. Good for you, said the man. Then he gave me a golf club and he put a teeny white ball in front of me. It was the teeniest ball I had ever seen. I looked at it for a real long time. Then I tapped him. I mostly just putt grapefruit, I explained. The man did a frown. Hurry up, okay? There are other children waiting, he said. Yeah, only I can also use a dinner roll, I told him. Please, he grouched, just hit the ball. And so that's how come I felt pressure inside me, and I swinged the golf club way far back, and I hit the teeny ball very hard. It zoomed right off the green carpet. Then it flied in the air, and it bounced and bounced. And people shouted the word of ouch. I quick gave the man back his golf club. Then me and Mother and Daddy rushed out of there very fast. Mother looked upset. Why don't we try a game where she can't actually kill someone, she said. Hey, I know a game where I can't actually kill someone, I shouted, and its name is Clothespins in a Bottle. I run till I found it. Clothespins, please, I said to the lady. She gave me 5 of them. Then she told me all the instructions. Just hold the clothespins at waist level and drop them one at a time into this milk bottle, she said. She put an empty milk bottle down at my feet. It had a little hole at the top where the milk pours out. Drop 2 clothespins in the bottle and you win a prize, she said. I stared and stared at the little hole. How come that hole is so little, do you think? I asked the lady. I don't know, she said. Just go ahead and start. I scratched my head. Yeah, I don't even know how cows can squirt their milk into such a tiny thing, I said. The lady tapped her foot. There are other children waiting, she told me. I looked up at her. Have you ever thought about using a bucket? I asked. Just go, she grouched. And so then I felt pressure inside me again, and I hurried to drop my clothespins into the teeny hole. Only every single one of them fell right on the floor. My eyes got tears in them. See, I said, I told you that dumb hole was too little. Just then a clown saw me being sad, and he grinned a giant smile at me. I hid behind my mother's skirt. "Don't let him get near of me," I told her. Only the clown runned right over, and he peeked his white face close to me. His teeth were big and yellowish. "Back off, clown!" I shouted. Then Daddy closed his eyes, and Mother said the word, "Oh my." After that, me and my mother had a little talk. It was called "No Screaming Back Off, Clown," only I never even heard of that rule before. My nose got sniffly. "Carnival night isn't being fun," I said, very sad. And so that's how come Daddy bought me an ice cream cone and Mother bought me a red balloon. Only too bad for me, because when she handed me the string, my ice cream dropped on the ground, and my balloon string slipped right out of my fingers. I bended my head back and watched my balloon float up to the sky. Then my eyes got more tears in them, and I said the word of poop. And that's the end of chapter 5. So I want you to think about, why do you think Junie B. Jones was having so much trouble with the carnival games? I want you to think about what clues in the story led you to believe that she maybe wasn't going to do very well on the games. So think about that and talk to whoever you're watching this with about why you think she had so much trouble. And then I also want you to make a prediction for what you think is going to happen next in the story. Do you think she's going to leave the carnival? Do you think she's going to give up on carnival games because she can't do well? Or do you think she's going to keep trying and persevere? And I will see you guys tomorrow for our next 2 chapters. Have a good night. Bye.